Well, hello everyone, Simon here with another reaction to the Skeleton Crew. This is the second episode of the premiere, about 26 minutes long if we don't include the credits. I actually really enjoyed the first episode. I thought it was a decent setup. Obviously, keeping in mind there are a few lingering questions from the end of the episode, like the barrier, talking about, is this planet kind of self-isolated? Is it kind of, a trick just to try and keep people on the planet itself? Because there didn't seem to be any major issue of the ship getting through the atmosphere. And the characters are, better than I expected. I've got to say, the four young kids all seem to fill, expected tropes. Like I say, you've got the young, hopeful adventurer who wants to do good. You've got the kind of spoiled rich kid who is bored and, maybe needs to find a purpose and, maybe the heart of gold. You've got the sort of the geeky kid who's along to help out. And then, you've got the kind of, I wouldn't say comedy relief, but the kind of sort of clumsy oaf-like character, which is a little bit harsh. To maybe put on a kid. But so far, I've liked the characters. I think the kids' acting has been pretty good. And, again, opening up with that pirate attack was an interesting premise because it sets you up to see what the situation is with presumably the villains of the show. I still think that captain is going to be Jude Law's character. There's no reason to keep someone behind a mask like that with a vaguely Jude Law British accent being covered up. Unless it is going to be him, but it might be, a bit of a reverse psychology job. It might be a bait and switch. It might be someone else. But yeah, the kids are now off the planet, into the stars. It is going to be interesting to see where they end up. They've got the droid on board as well. So we're going to jump in and have a quick look. Obviously, if you haven't, please do consider subscribing. I still am, putting out normal videos every week. And if you enjoy this, please do leave a like. In the meantime, let's just jump in and let's watch episode 2. That's a normal reaction to entering hyperspace for the first time. I wonder what kind of droid he's going to be. Is he going to be the comical kind of droid? Is he going to be a no-nonsense? It's Nick Frost, usually. I want him to have the Danny Butterworth accent from Hot Fuzz.
Intruders in the cockpit. What can I do with these gremlins?
Oh, he's got a pirate accent. It's not far off the Danny voice.
Captain!
I killed your captain.
Most unlikely. You seem ill-favored for combat.
But it's true. I stabbed him right in the guts and threw him into space. Which makes me your new captain.
She's very edgy, isn't she? She's very emo. I killed your captain.
As crew, you may challenge the captain to a battle to the death.
No, that's...
So this was a pirate ship then, not a
now
public ship.
That's the emergency hull demolition sequencer. You fool. Never, ever, ever...
Emergency hull demolition sequencer. Why is there an emergency hull
No!
thingy sequencer?
Can you fly it?
I most humbly suggest we fix the critical systems as soon as possible.
It's at Aden. Where we just were.
At
I
Aten.
can't say I remember no Aten.
How does he not
At
know?
Aten.
Try searching your memory bank's last location.
There's also at Estian
Searching.
and at TPian.
Searching. 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 Searching.
Ugh.
Searching. Might you be thinking of Atalan?
No,
Al-Alcor.
Atalon.
Aldani.
Aldani.
no, Aden.
Tell me then, Captain. Which one is Atatin?
So it's a planet not registered on the maps. Maybe they're from the unknown regions.
Prepare for hyperspace jump in 3.
I wonder how long it's been though. Oh, the rat's getting ready.
To enter or leave
You could be out past the barrier by now.
Breaching the barrier is a serious violation. The
Ah.
supervisor will not
Gotta find him.
So it sounds like they're in self-isolation,
Back.
of course.
and the barrier is more of a
Gotta find my son.
governance thing than an actual barrier. That's a skeleton. That's a skeleton.
Look.
You've been stabbed.
I want to show you something else. Come on. I think I found a captain's room. Look.
Makes you wonder how long has it been since the ship
Isn't it a wizard?
crashed.
Skeletons and things.
Also, he said wizard. Is this the Star Wars version of Tortuga? I don't recognize any
Or
ships.
Borgo. They say of Borgo you'll rest well.
Oh my god. What the hell are you?
Ferryman will take you to the port. I'll stay aboard and start repairs.
He's adorable.
Just be sure to
He's
keep
just-
your blaster at the ready.
He's a taxi driver.
Trust no one, Captain.
That doesn't feel like the steadiest thing. That creature is a bit creepy.
Wow. Look at all those ships.
It's got tape on it. He wants payment. You gotta pay him.
Payment. Hate one.
I'm gonna say, what credits do they use? And will they be accepted? Or did you give him too much? You gave him too much.
Remember, we need directions home.
Oh, that...
Win.
They were... I think that was the old... Like the Republic symbol, not the New Republic symbol.
What about in there?
Oh yeah, that seems like the right place for 4 kids.
Just keep walking. At Aden?
Come on, seriously, girls, where are you from?
How's no one heard of At-Atin? Maybe it's AT-AT-in. Maybe that's the pronouncing it wrong.
Let's go ask for directions over there.
Okay, here we go. Daily special.
Oh! This, I was about to say, this reminds me in Outlaws, when you visit a new place and you get the new meals.
2 decks.
That'll be what now, sir?
2 decks?
Where'd you two find an Old Republic credit?
Yeah, Old Republic.
His dad gave it to him for lunch money.
Lunch money?
It's that planet.
Where are you two from?
Oh no, it's Vane!
At Aden?
See if they got more on them.
Win, do something.
Oh! Nice.
You're a couple of Linderlings from the lost planet of Eternal Treasure.
Oh!
Eternal treasure.
Doesn't seem like it's Eternal Treasure. It looks more like just Star Wars Suburbia. He's a bit more imposing when he's at full stretch. Ooh! Yes. Okay. Yeah, come on. I like these. Oh! Oh! Feel the sizzle.
Because we are also pirates.
We are not pirates.
That makes sense.
You're not
That ship
pirates?
found the land of eternal treasures. Oh no!
What if we train this little guy to go get the key over there?
I think this is where they encounter Jude Law, isn't it?
Climb up those poles. Over there!
I mean, I'm impressed. This rat thing understood them enough to get up there, do a little dance, and then bail.
Anyway, step 2.
Most rats are probably just
Find us in 33.
running random circles.
Get him back to the ship.
At least it's a plan. We wouldn't be in jail if you didn't order 33 to fly us to a pirate.
Don't fight.
Yeah, it's Jude Law. And it makes sense that he would be in Brutus's cells.
Hey, back off.
And the key. Is an illusion.
That sounds like something a Jedi would say. I'm guessing that this is the first time they've left the key out, which is why he's not done this before. And is it really the Force, or is it a trick? I don't know, I've got my theories already, I've got my suspicions.
Can you keep a secret?
Wow, that really was short, because there was 6 minutes of adverts, not adverts, credits, and, you know, it was only half an hour long anyway, but it really did fly. Some interesting thoughts on this episode. Obviously, that rounds out the premiere, and, I mean, one thing I will say is I am finding the story very intriguing, the idea that this planet is, on one side, seemingly kind of lost to the galaxy. It's this supposed land of eternal treasure, and to the people who live on it, it is just home, and it's seemingly kind of self-isolated, and maybe that's why. Maybe, you know, the people in charge are very aware that it would become a very easy target for pirates, so they decided just to cut themselves off completely many decades ago, because it is the old Republic symbol on the credits. That they use, like the Republic from the prequels. So it's not old Republic as in many thousands of years ago. But it would be interesting to elaborate on that. But that's my kind of idea on it so far, is that, you know, the planet isolates itself because it knows it'd be a target. Maybe there is some kind of treasure there, but, you know, it's maybe not what we think of as treasure. But it's clear that ship found it, crashed, everyone on board died, and was stuck. You know, the ship was stuck there for at least decades and decades. But, you know, when we talk about Jude Law's character here, my feeling is, I don't know, I feel like deep down he's got this arc where he's going to try and trick the kids. He might be even tricking them now. For his own benefit, and then eventually he'll come around and he'll help them. He'll come to a point where he has to make a decision, either benefit himself or save the kids, and he'll save the kids. Get the character growth. Again, very very kind of typical story for someone like that. Because I just can't foresee him just being a straight up like Jedi first and foremost. Like, part of me is thinking, is this all a setup from Brutus, as Brutus offered him his freedom if he can trick the kids into thinking that he's a Jedi? Maybe they're using magnets, and that's the only way to make them, cooperate to find At-Atin. And there's a lot of jokes in there, At-At, AT-AT, ATST, stuff like that, that I did obviously make during the episode, because that's just the way my mind works. But overall thoughts so far in terms of the show itself, I'd say that part of me feels at times like it's a little too on the nose of the piratey stuff. Like, I know it's a pirate show. I would like to see a little bit more of the Star Warsization of the pirate stuff. Like, at points they were just wearing pirate hats. And, it does kind of... When I look at something on screen, I think you should be able to instantly recognize it as Star Wars in any way, shape, or form. And sometimes I don't think the show has quite nailed it. I think it's leaning a little bit too heavily towards the piratey stuff. And it's not bad, it's just an observation. It just feels a bit strange because, you know, this is different than anything we've got, which is not a bad thing. It just takes a bit of time to get used to. And so, you know, seeing the very heavy pirate theme is a bit strange. But, you know, so far I would be lying if I said that I haven't been enjoying it. I think the first 2 episodes are pretty solid and have established the kind of the story well so far. I like the droid. There's a KM-33 Nick Frost droid. I'd like him to have a little bit more of a robot-y voice. Again, he's kind of like, he's very on point with the piratey stuff as well. You know, the kind of the peg leg, the accent, you know. But hey, he can fight, you know, he can fight. And he feels a little bit old school as well, a more mechanical droid than the elegant kind of droids that you might see in the New Republic nowadays. You know, he feels like it feels like it would hurt to get punched by him, you know, because he feels very heavy, and the way he moves and the way he stretches himself out is pretty cool. But yeah, obviously we're just touching the surface of the main story, but I am intrigued as to the reasons behind everything here, the isolation of Atatin, you know, but it makes sense if that is what it's going to be. So yeah, so far no real complaints. It just feels a bit odd, but I've enjoyed the setup so far. I've enjoyed the characters. I've enjoyed the premise, and fingers crossed that going forward it's going to be the same. It's going to be just as fun. We'll wait and see. I think this is 8 episodes, isn't it? And it's now a weekly thing. So next week, I think it's back to a normal release on the Tuesday night for the US, the Wednesday morning for the UK. So I should hopefully have these episodes out a bit quicker. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you for the next episode.